Hey everyone, and welcome to After Hours here at Linda's. I am very excited that you are joining me this evening. I have got a super fun and easy project for you. This project can be used for so many different types of things. If you're looking for a housewarming present, if you're looking for things to give away at a retreat, guild meetups, or maybe something for your coworkers, there's so many different things, and you can put them together so fast. And it's all done tonight by using pre-cuts, which we love that, so it makes it super fun. But before we get started, I would like to take a moment of silence in remembrance for September 11th. Today we honor lives lost, families impacted, and the heroes who showed extraordinary courage. So if you would, please take a Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So again, like I mentioned, tonight we are going to have a lot of fun. There is some craziness happening in our world right now, and I want you to escape with me into the fun life of sewing and quilting that we are doing. Tonight we are going to be taking a look at a mug rug. Now a mug rug is a super cute project that is done really fast, and if you're thinking to yourself, what is a mug rug? Basically it's a quilted coaster. Let's go with that. So it's great for you to hold your drinks or beverages on, and you can do it really quick, and I'm doing it with a charm pack this evening. So I'm gonna go overhead so you can get a better look at a mug rug. So this is just a tiny little one, and I use the Poppy Cotton Kitty Loves Candy fabric for it, front and back. And then I've got a few tips and tricks and kind of my secret weapon when I create mug rugs. If you have any comments, we are live right now, so feel free to throw them in the comments. Any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments, and I will try to get those answered for you. And if you are watching us on YouTube or Facebook and you want to grab some of the products that I am showing you this evening, hop over to our website, lindas.com, and on the live shopping tab, you can click on that, and this video is playing live. Right underneath that are all the products that I'm showing, so you can easily add them into your cart. Okay, so here's the fun part. So we talked about using pre-cuts. So I am using the 5-inch squares from the Poppy Cotton Kitty Loves Candy line. We've been showcasing that line quite a bit in my different videos. I just think it's adorable with fall coming up. It's great, and it is the perfect deal right now. 42-inch squares, 5 inches. I think at time of filming right now, it's like a little less than $9. Like, you can't beat that. So they come in this cute little wrapping, so you can grab a bunch and throw them together. My secret weapon for mug rugs is going to be the Hobbs fusible 80/20 batting. Now, a lot of people don't use batting in their mug rugs. They use all sorts of different types of maybe interfacing or foams. I like this because it doesn't move when I'm working with it. It is a double-sided fusible, so it's going to lock to both of my edges when I do my turn. And it's a really great bang for your buck too. This is just a crib size package. We offer it in a crib size, a queen size, or in a full roll. It is water soluble fusing, so if you were to wash your mug rugs, the fusing medium disappears and it lofts back up to the 80/20 that you're used to. But if you don't plan on washing them, it also flattens really nice, so it's going to hold your drinks perfectly. So I love, love, love this. So let's start by cutting our batting out. So I am using a scrap of my fusible 80/20, and I'm going to throw that onto my rotating cutting mat. You don't have to have a rotating cutting mat to do this. It just makes it easier. I'm going to use my 5-inch Quilter Select crystal ruler for this, and that's just going to set right on top of my batting. I'll grab my Linda's ergonomic rotary cutter. They are back, guys. They're back in stock. They are off of pre-order, so the 45s and the 60s are available. So I'm just going to start by cutting, and the great thing about a rotating cutting mat is it moves with me as I'm working around this. So I can easily get these. Now, if you want to bust out a lot of squares, remember last week we looked at the Stripology ruler? This would be the time to use it as well, because you could line this up under your Stripology ruler and cut a ton of 5-inch lines, turn it and cut it more, and then you would have a ton of squares. But I've got 2 squares because I had it layered up together. So I'm going to have one of these, and I want to pick some fabrics that we are going to use tonight. Oh, those are actually the perfect two. Those are the two that I wanted to use. That was great that they landed right on top of each other. So those are the ones that we are going to use. So I'm going to take all of this over to the machine and start my stitching process. Now before we get started, let me double check and see if I have any comments or questions. Let's see. Maria says, can you get the Hobbs fusible in a twin size? So no, it only is available in a crib size or a queen size, and then of course the large roll. Let's see what else we've got. I think that's good. Oh, Veronica, you've never seen this type of batting. This batting is the best. We use it a lot in the Quiz system, so the Quilt As You Go system that I teach. It is wonderful for that. But this batting, side note, squirrel. Majority of battings, the way that they're designed, they're not designed to be cut apart. They're designed to be used as that one sheet for a full entire quilt. This fusible batting being fusible on both sides, when you iron that down, it's going to keep its beautiful shape. It's not going to stretch at all, which is wonderful when we're working on projects like this, or if you're doing Quilt As You Go, where you have to constantly move it back and forth. So this is really, really great. Sharon, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Your first time watching. Thank you for being here. For those of you that this is your first time watching, or if you haven't done it yet, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with everything going on here at Linda's, all the fun things. Okay. Let's hop over to the sewing machine and do the fun part. So because we were using pre-cuts, I didn't have to cut any fabric. If you don't want to use pre-cuts, you can definitely cut fabric. Just make sure you're cutting your batting and your squares the exact same size. So I have got my top square, bottom square, and then my batting. So my top square that I'm going to use, I'm going to line that up over my fusible 80/20 square that I've cut. I'm going to grab a hot, dry iron, and I'm going to press and hold for about 5 or so seconds. And then I'm going to pick up my iron and move over to another section, press and hold. This is a big important thing about the batting is you're pressing and holding. You're not ironing back and forth. You are actually pressing. That pressing is adding that heat into the batting, which is going to cause it to fuse to the fabric layer. It's not going to gunk up your needle. It's not going to cause any issues. It just keeps it steady. I am using my tempered glass mat for this because the fusing medium won't stick to the glass. If you don't have one, no issue. I would just recommend having like a pressing cloth underneath or some parchment paper. That way it doesn't stick to any other surface. So this is what we've got right here. Now we're going to put our pretty sides together. So this would technically be our back square, but we're going to do pretty sides together onto this. And that's kind of what our sandwich is looking like. So batting is on the back, that first square, and then the second one is right on top, pretty sides together. And we are going to stitch around this 1/4 inch seam allowance on this. And what I'm doing is I'm going to try to get about to the 1/4 inch and then make the turn. You'll see what I mean in a second. It's kind of hard to explain that. But we're going to get all the way down here. And I'm going to try to get to about 1/4 inch away. Should be about, I'm guessing, right about there. That's a little farther, but that's okay. And I'm going to pick it up and rotate it. I don't want to go all the way to the edge. It makes the points harder to turn. So just about 1/4 inch away. Yeah, right there's good. Pick it up and turn. You can see how fast this goes together. It does not have to be perfect, guys. Not at all. No, oh, that's maybe more. Not at all perfect. Does not need to be. You can see I've got a little bit of excess up it. No biggie. No biggie whatsoever. I do want to leave probably 3 or so inches, maybe a little bit more, from this to create my pocket to do my turn back. So I have my little pocket here, and then everything else is stitched around the edges. And I'm going to turn this inside out and reach through. Easiest way to do it is to reach through and kind of grab that far corner and then push it through. So then you can grab the rest. Wow. And if you're dropping questions or comments, my computer is on the other side of the room, so I will, when I get back over there, I will take a look for sure. All right, so that's going to turn that inside out. Now you've kind of got a little bit of a mess here, I would say. So I'm going to take my Stitcher's Friend. Love this tool so much. It's 10 tools in one, and one of the 10 tools is a point turner, which is great. So I'm going to stick my Stitcher's Friend in that pocket and just begin to push out those points that we have from the fold, okay? So this is a really great way to do it, and you can see it's going to get that point nice and pushed out, just like that. So just travel along and push that out. If you're making a bunch of these, I would save this step until you have all of them stitched together. That way you can just kind of maximize your time. But since I'm only doing one, I'm just doing this right now. All right, just like that, point is pushed out. Love it. So I can set that off to the side. And then I have to do my top stitching to close up this gap. So we are going to fold this in to create a little bit of that 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm trying to get this so you can see it perfect. There we go. Now the thing about this is when you do this fold, sometimes you've got fabric flipping everywhere. You've got batting sticking different places. You're trying to get this exactly where you want it. You could introduce pins, but if you're trying to keep a certain seam allowance, or if you got a different foot on that you don't want to change it, that can cause some issues. But once you finally get it flat, that's great. I'm going to throw in some of my favorite, you guys probably already know what's coming. That Roxanne glue based it. Put that right in that seam line, just like that. And then press and hold that for just a second so it stays steady. And then that's going to hold that nice and close for me so I can do my top stitch. Now, we've got our batting in and we've got a little bit of air. Now that's a cute little fluffy thing, but I want to be able to stitch across this because I'm going to end up doing a crosshatch stitch across this, or if you want to do straight line quilting, you can. Remember that fusible batting, double-sided inside of this, okay? So I'm going to set this down on my pressing surface, grab my hot dry iron, and press and hold for about 5 seconds. Then I'll pick up my iron, shift over, and press and hold. And that's going to lock all of that down. Now remember, there are a ton of different ways to create a mug rug. This is just the way that I do it. If you want to do things a different way, by all means go for it. There's so many ways to do things. I'm just kind of showing you the things that I like to use that make it easier for me to do it. But now when I've done that, you see how flat that gets? That's beautiful. Still has that wonderful batting in it, but these layers are now locked together, which helps me when I'm stitching. Now I want to stitch around the edges of this to lock down, and I'm going to stitch fairly close to the edge. I'm not doing an exact 1/4 inch. I'm doing, I don't even know what I'm doing, maybe 1/8 of an inch, not even, pretty close to the edge there. You can round your corner if you want, or you can stop, pick up, and turn. Completely up to you. Throw that in there, and maybe one more stitch, and turn. I've got this on a like a 2.5, almost a 3 stitch. I have a fairly large stitch on this. It doesn't have to be small by any means. You're just giving it a little bit of character. So we've wrapped around to the corner where we started. Let's do a few more. There we go. Now I want to do a fun crosshatch stitch. So I'm going to just rotate this and stitch a diagonal line from point to point. You could draw this if you want, or just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can easily eyeball it, just like that. So I got to the 1 point, so it's 1 cross stitch. Now we want to do another diagonal. I don't want to cut my thread because I'm maximizing my time, so I'm just going to stitch again right over that same stitching, or to the side of it. Doesn't matter, doesn't have to be perfect. It's all good. Right there. And go. Back stitch and trim. There's your mug rug. All done. So cute, so adorable. If you have any stray threads, you can grab your scissors, your hook and snip, whatever you've got, trim those away, and you've got that set. So you can start to you can see how quickly these are coming together, and this was just one, and we did that in less than a minute. If I wasn't talking, it'd probably be even faster than that. But just putting that together, that Hobbs 80-20 fusible, is keeping that nice and still, keeping that nice and flat, giving it beautiful weight to it, just to keep it in line. And we love, love, love that. So fast, so easy, and so cute. So adorable. So with that, I've got a 4-piece set now of different fabrics, and I'm going to have this ready for my friend's housewarming present. So I have those together, but you can see how quick this project comes in as it's working. So I'm back over at my computer. I see, everything's good. Okay, perfect. No questions. I guess I must have explained it properly. That's always good. But that was tonight's video, guys. It is a super quick and easy project. I love how this comes together. And Pat, I can see Pat mentioned in the comments the Stitcher's Friend doesn't poke through the fabric. No, it's a little bit wider. It's not like a needle by any means. So it's just going to pop those edges out. But remember, that Stitcher's Friend is 10 tools in one. So that is super duper fun. I know this was a super fast video as we put together these adorable mug rugs. You can easily rewatch this video. And again, if you hop over to our website and click on the live shopping tab, you can watch this video and then see all these products right underneath it. So you can easily add them to your cart. Before I leave tonight, I also want to tell you, if you are available tomorrow, Friday at 2 p.m. Central, be sure to hop over to the Caterpillar YouTube channel, as I am joining Bethany from Caterpillar as they are announcing their newest sew-along, and I was invited to be a part of it. I'm super excited. They've sent me the kit, so I get to unbox it with you. I haven't even seen it yet, so this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. If you are available, hop over to the Caterpillar YouTube channel tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central. It is also going out in my Chief Quilter newsletter first thing tomorrow morning, so you can easily get access to that link as well, and all the details are there. Another thing that I forgot to mention is last week we went over that Jacob's Ladder quilt block, and I mentioned to you that I would be giving you some cutting instructions on that for sizing. I had the worst time with my technology this past week, and so that PDF is in tomorrow's newsletter. You will get a link that you can click on that and download to get all of your instructions for the actual cutting sizes. I'm just going to double check. Do we have anything? What is it, Ray?
What do you use with the Stitcher's Friend? What else can you use?
Oh, what else can I do with the Stitcher's Friend? So let me grab it real quick. I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me grab it. With it being 10 tools in one, we can go overhead and I'll show you. Ray, underneath that batting, can you hand me a black square? No, keep going. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, so the Stitcher's Friend, like I mentioned, 10 tools in one. We took a look at the point turner, but it's also a 45-degree angle right here, so you can do your fold lines or you can do a drawing. You've got a 5-centimeter ruler and a 50-millimeter ruler. You also have a 6-inch ruler on this side, a seam press on this side, a 60-degree line right here for your drawing or for your turning. You've got all different seam guides, so like certain machines like my Juki that I'm on, you see that I swing that little gauge back and forth. That's how I can get different stitch seam allowances, excuse me. So this allows me to drop my needle in one of those holes, and it will tell me what my seam allowance, I know it's hard to see on camera, but that will tell me that I can either have a 3/8 inch, a 1/2 inch, a 5/8 inch, or a 3/4 inch seam allowance. Also have a 1/4 inch line, that dotted line right there, and then a scant 1/4 inch, which is a hair less than a 1/4 inch seam allowance. A lot of patterns you'll see require a scant 1/4 inch seam allowance to get the perfect lineups. I don't know why we had to change the math, guys. I don't know, but we've got a new thing. So the scant 1/4 is in there, so you can drop your needle in there and get that perfect scant 1/4 when you are lining everything up. So it's super wonderful to have that as it's going. So is that all good? It's all good. Okay, that is everything. Yes, I did not lie. This was a super fast and easy project. I am super excited that you were here joining me. Again, don't forget to join me on the Caterpillar Live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central on their channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.